German journalist Alina Lipp is reporting from Rostow, Russia. Locals urge Wagner to leave the city of Rostov.
Did
you hear what Putin said?
I'm in the city center of Rostov right now, in front of one of the headquarters of the Russian army. There are a lot of Wagner fighters around and a lot of civilians. You can see a tank with a Wagner flag on it behind me. The people are talking a lot to the fighters without problems, so they just talk freely. What is very interesting, they told me, so one of the Wagner fighters, that Prigozhin is now talking to somebody from the defense ministry, and they hope that this conflict will end soon and that they are afterwards going to fight Ukraine together without inner conflicts. They also said they don't want to replace Putin or something. They still support him, of course, and they are not afraid of him. Putin today said in his speech that there will be consequences for everybody who organized this story here, but they don't believe it, and they just want peace. They just want to win this war.
You can read her reports on Telegram.
And until that, we're waiting here.
Link in the video description. The leader of Russian mercenary group Wagner, Yevgeny Prigozhin, said he told his forces to immediately halt their advance on Moscow and return to their bases in Ukraine. "We are turning our columns around and going back to field camps," Prigozhin said in an audio post on Telegram on June 24, adding that he did not want to spill Russian blood. Prigozhin said his troops, which he claimed numbered 25,000, were just 200 kilometers, 120 miles, from the Russian capital when he made the decision. He did not say whether he had spoken with the Kremlin or the Russian military before announcing the move. "Today I talked to umpteen different Wagner mercenaries for many hours. The boys in the photo were particularly adorable, even making a heart in my direction as they drove away." How did the Wagner mercenaries behave in Rostov? Everyone was friendly, open, and even interested. They calmly answered the repeated questions of the passers-by and even talked a lot about themselves. By comparison, regular army soldiers tend to be very dismissive and disinclined to talk. How did the Rostov population react to the Wagner mercenaries? The population supported the boys for the most part, brought them food and drink, said goodbye, thanked them. Young people asked how they could join Wagner. How are the fighters politically oriented? The Wagner fighters emphasized that they are Russian patriots and support Putin, but they are more than critical of Shoigu and the defense ministry. In their eyes, Shoigu is to blame for many mistakes that were and are being made at the front. They confirmed that the Department of Defense had indeed given the order to fire on Wagner positions. Betrayal played a role. Shortly thereafter, Prigozhin made the decision to go to Rostov to prevent the worst.
News from Russia and Donbass by German journalist Alina Lipp. See the link to her Telegram channel in the video description. Alina Lipp faces 3 years in prison in her home country for her reporting on crimes committed by Ukrainian forces against civilians in Donbass.